Hello, Cancer. This is Ron, your clairvoyant, for a mid-June reading, 2019 Cancer. For the Channel Tarot of the Twin Sun, welcome, welcome. We're going to go ahead and pull a nice little spread for y'all dealing with relationships. For Cancer, June 2019. Lovers, Four of Swords. Interesting. Three of Swords. A lot of mental energy coming for the cards right now. Definitely loads of Four of Swords. Okay, Cancer. We are definitely ready. Just a bit more shuffling. Ooh, interesting. Very interesting. So, Cancer, you're going through some incredible transformation within the 3D realm. There may be something physical about this relationship you have. Could be a friend, could be a lover, and essentially there has been a bit of conflict in a way. That is forcing a type of awakening and transformation of energy. There really shouldn't be any fear of this. There is essentially a very good message that transformation to the card of death is the death of something new. So that something old, that something new can come in. This may indicate a breakup in a relationship. It doesn't have to, or a type of falling out in terms of the 3D, so a bit of trouble with getting your pentacles in order in a relationship, or a possible change with perhaps even your physical aspect, the way you represent yourself and embody certain types of your worldly being. And there's an intense amount of change and transformation, which is a beautiful thing. There's a chance that you might be dealing also with the Scorpio with the card of death, and Scorpio is all about the essentially the deep connection and the deep shadow aspects of human experience, and dealing with these shadows in order to get to the light. That's what Scorpio is all about. It's about regeneration, transformation, and a load of sex as well. There may have been a situation in which there was contact on a physical level, but it might have been a bit more intense than your usual fare, Cancer, and it might have affected you in a very deep and profound way, and is changing things within you. Almost alchemically, the Scorpio might be showing you quite a bit of how deep they can be, and how deep you can be, and how deep the relationship and connection can actually almost physically change you. Very, very, very interesting so far. Very interesting read. Quite profound, right? Yeah, so interesting moving from the 7 to the 8 of Pentacles. The energy is progressing into a type of crystallization that we see here, a plant that is stretched out and very bountiful. This is an indication of slowing down on the physical plane. There might be a very deep connection you have to the Scorpio energy. Also, what's indicated is any earth signs, so Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, and sort of this embodiment, this slowing down, and an interesting slow way of doing things, and counting what really matters on the physical aspects of this relationship. There's also a potential indication for moving towards greater goals, greater types of connection with this person that leads to the Ten of Pentacles energy. Fairly interesting, and everything's coming up as generally positive. They're not subtle forces. This is very much a profound and deep change that might have started during the last moon cycle, the Scorpio full moon. Now we're at Sagittarius and Gemini sort of polarity. But maybe a month and a half ago, you met someone who was of an earth sign that, for some of you, had a profound effect, a grounding effect for your water energy, Cancer, and they were able to show you how to release types of emotional armor that might have prevented you from really making a deep connection. This could be the same person with a lot of Scorpio in their chart, and their ability, perhaps on the ascendant or on the moon, Venus. These are potentials for relationships, as well as anything dealing with seventh house, so connections in there. And the 8 comes out again, creating very deep-rooted connections with this energy that is coming into your life and is changing you in a very beautiful and rooted way. Let's see. Why is the 8 of Pentacles here? Please. Interesting. Okay. 10 of Cups in reverse. 10 of Cups in reverse. This indicates a deep connection that with this sort of physicality, there is an interplay. There is an interplay of energies that essentially from a deep, profound physical connection with the 8 of Pentacles moves with a very profound watery quality. So it's opening up a lot of channels for love. I also see here a lot of Scorpio with the Mars aspect here, if you can see it. Mars on this chalice here on the top, which is the source of all this. Mars is interesting in that Scorpio works with this energy as a driving force to initiate change in their lovers, in their connections on this plane as well as on the 5D. And this person might have influenced you in a certain way that was quite profound and gave you a sense of emotional fulfillment, a very deep sense of it. But at the same time, it felt like the cycle was ended, yet there is a subtle force with it in reverse, that the cycle, you haven't gotten over it. There might have been, after physical consummation with this person, the act of making love, something that that was stirred up in you and was completely brought to fruition with the 9 of Cups, and then the 10 of Cups indicates an ending, potentially a new beginning. Why is the 10 of Cups in reverse? Why? Perhaps there's unfinished emotional business. I don't see a separation with a Scorpio, and Scorpios tend to be quiet. They're quite sort of attached to whom they come in contact with. Okay, interesting. Justice. Justice is the centerpiece for this spread, and it comes up in relation to the 10 of Cups reverse as another subtle force that is essentially karmic. There is a need for balancing with justice, but because it's in reverse and it's the number 8 in major arcana, there is a deep imbalance that was then balanced, okay? And I think this person might have potentially Libra in their chart as well. You might be dealing with Libra with a lot of Scorpio in the moon or Venus. And also, there was an ability for this person to change your life in a way, or change your inner self and balance out the dichotomy between emotional wealth and physical presence, and was able to trigger a change, an alchemical change, or perhaps a karmic imbalance inside of you. And I don't want to project any more than that, but it seems like justice was served. And there was certainly a balancing of you and this person into equilibrium. Because it's reversed. I mean, usually if it comes out as positive, it means that justice needs to be served. You know, there needs to be balancing done. And because it's negative, or in reverse, it comes more of a subtle force, meaning that it has already been executed, right? And the depth of the eighth house was essentially flipped and manifested in a physical way. There might have been an incredible sexy situation in which you were irrevocably transformed in this relationship. Okay? I'm going to keep it short and sweet then, and come up with the underscoring sort of energy. The underscoring energy of the reading. We have the Three of Rods in reverse. There is a sense of no longer waiting for your ships to come in. They've come in the form of potential. Here's the three: a potential third party, or a potential sort of a choice that had to be made, and a waiting around sort of vibe that is no longer there. So there is a potential for you having waiting for this Scorpio or this Libra or anyone with Earth energy to come back, and they already have. And that is essentially a good thing, because it leads to the four of Rods, which is essentially commitment. Yeah, there's also an end to physical, or rather mental, anguish as well, moving towards the Ten of Swords energy, where you lay your burdens down, you lay down again and level with this potential other, right? All right, Cancer. So hopefully I didn't go too much on a tangent there, but basically with this reading, it's like things are really, really interesting. They're very chemical, and you've been changed chemically in a way that makes you more balanced. It makes you more balanced on the inside and out. And it's through this connection with a very spiritual, very deep person who transformed you. Okay. Thank you very much. It's Tarot of the Twin Sun. Have a good month. Ciao.